The year is 2015. Black Ops 3 just dropped and a 12-year-old Springer just got himself a copy of the new game of the year. Truly the hype of civilization. So I downloaded Black Ops 3 on my Xbox with my McDonald's Wi-Fi and jumped straight into Shadows of Evil. And since the first moment I got to witness the streets of Chicago, Morgue City, Shadows have been my favorite Call of Duty Zombies map till this day. But enough talk, because we have an Easter egg to complete, so buckle up. Grab your popcorn, tell your mom to subscribe to my channel or you'll drop out of school, and get ready for our first map on our Black Ops 3 Zombies journey. So I spawned in and ran straight to the door to open it. I jumped straight into beast mode, turned on the power for quick revive, destroyed the box containing the summoning key, turned on the power to the ritual piece, stamina, and the door in front of the stairs that goes up to the ritual room. I grabbed quick revive on the way up to the ritual because we all know I'm going to die in the next 10 minutes. I placed the object and the ritual had begun. After 30 business seconds or some, the ritual was finished and we had obtained our first gummy worm. Next up, I went to the candle district, jumped into beast mode and opened up the hatch to the ritual piece. As I was quite short on cash, I killed zombies until I had enough to open the door to the ritual, placed down the ritual piece, and 30 business seconds later, we had our second gummy worm and only 2 more to go. And finally, our very best friend spawned in, the Margwa. And I just had to say, god damn, that bastard has so much health. So after running a marathon faster than David Goggins to avoid being slaughtered by a misbegotten 2-legged 3-headed octopus, we were finally able to continue our adventure, and our next stop was the waterfront district. I jumped into beast mode, opened all the doors, picked up the ritual piece, did the ritual, and with that we had our third gummy worm in place. Next up was to go down to the Footlight district. I opened all the doors with beast mode, picked up the ritual piece, completed the ritual, and with that we had all 4 gummy worms to open up the Pack-a-Punch. But first I had to hop on the Morgue City Metro to find the 3 symbols that we need to open a wall to access the sword that we need for the Easter egg. So I took the train from Footlight to Candles and got 2 symbols. Then the train traveled to Waterfront where we found our last symbol. And with that we had the gummy worms and the symbols ready. I ran out of the Waterfront train station happy as a little kid on Christmas Eve, but I had forgotten all about the Margwa that I left in Footlight after the ritual, and let's just say he didn't take this well. We're not even a quarter of an hour into the game and we've already got our first down. And it was at this moment that I realized how difficult this will be in relation to our Cold War adventure. By the way, check out the video, by the way, link in description. So with a pulse higher than a crackhead under a bridge in Chicago, I ran faster than Usain Bolt to the nearest portal, jumped straight into beast mode to open up the sword, and being so stressed from being knocked down by a Margwa on round 5, I managed to enter a wrong symbol. So in full panic, I ran up to the spawn by myself, quick revive, ran back to the basement area, placed all the gummy worms, and the final ritual was on. After 20 business seconds, the ritual was over, but our Margwa was still with us and wouldn't give us room to do what we needed to do. So I slaughtered the Margwa, jumped into beast mode, opened up the sword, and the Easter egg had started. I picked up the Apothecary egg, placed it on the statue, ran up to the Footlight district and bought myself jug. Because damn, I wouldn't have survived another 5 minutes without it. So next up, I decided to pick up the last shield part I was missing to build a shield, and with this I ended the round and filled up the first egg. The next thing I did was to fill up the egg in the Candle district, then Waterfront, and finally Footlight, and with that we could finally get the sword. I Pack-a-Punch my KRM into the Dragon's Glare because there is no other wall buy in COD Zombies history that can match this beast of a gun. The next step was to upgrade our sword, and to do this we had to visit a keeper who had a new egg for us. To upgrade the sword we had to do 4 rituals that only consists of killing Margwas, which I have a long experience with. So I spawned in our first Margwa, shot him like a dog in the street, and we were already done with 1 out of 4. The next round I did the exact same thing, only this time it spawned 2 Margwas instead of 1, but with my lifelong experience of Margwa slaying, this weren't a problem at all. So I smoked both of them in seconds and we were already halfway there. Round 10 was underway and 2 new Margwas spawned in to pay a visit to heaven. I slaughtered the first one in seconds and ran back to Footlight to slaughter his brother, and this is where I managed to make a big mistake. 2 poor zombies decided to throw some hands, and I was the one who lost the fight to say the least. So in full panic, I ran to the spawn and bought myself quick revive again and then jug again. And since I died while doing the ritual, I had to redo the ritual, which also meant I had to kill both Margwas again as well. This time I managed to kill both of them in seconds and it was just 1 ritual left. But But first, another Margwa spawned in which really wanted to stop me from completing this Easter egg, but as you may have experienced, I'm an expert when it comes to killing Margwas. So I clapped his ass faster than a gambling addict loses his house at the nearest casino. I'm just joking. I died for the third time. I ran to Footlight, bought Jug for the third time, killed the Margwa, clutched the most incredible situations, and started our last ritual. I killed the first Margwa with no problem, and I killed his brother soon after, and with that we had finished our egg. Fast forward to the next game, I just finished getting all the gummy worms and died on the way out of the ritual. Soon after, a Margwa came behind me and gave me a pleasant surprise. After a long time of running around like an idiot, I'd finally managed to upgrade the sword, and with this, it was time to do the last step of the Easter egg before the boss fight.
The flag step.
All I have to do for this step is to protect the flag in 4 different locations while it's raining gigantic meatballs. And that's it. Okay. Maybe it wasn't as easy as it sounds. So after failing the flag step, God knows how many times, I decided to change my strategy. I realized that I would need more help if I was ever going to be able to complete this Easter egg, so I summoned what is potentially the best AI companion to have by your side in COD Zombies history, but potentially and not definitely? Well, the Civil Protector had to prove himself first. Whoa. Deja vu. Let me just say, there is no doubt that the Civil Protector gives Klaus from Marauder Totem a run for his money, because damn, I would never have managed to complete this Easter egg without him. So after a long time of protecting the flag in all 4 areas, we were finally ready for the boss fight. So I ran into the Pack-a-Punch room, began shooting at the Shadow Man like my life depended on this, but I quickly realized that I wasn't prepared at all. Wave after wave went by and the Shadow Man wouldn't die. But then it happened. No, I died for the 100th time. And I got back up, and made a wrong jump and fell to my death. The end. After dying from falling into the depths of hell, I decided to jump straight into another game, and fast forward a couple of rounds, we were back at the boss fight. But this time with a death machine in our pocket. So I popped my gobble gum, took my death machine out, and just witnessed how fast this went. And with that, Shadow So Evil was completed.